interrupt this program to bring you a message from Satan.
As you know, I am in the Epstein files over 1 million times. No other president can say that. Not Sleepy Joe or Obama, who lives rent-free in my dementia-rattled mind. I don't know Jeffrey Epstein unless you count being his best friend for over 15 years, flying on his jet, going to his island and assaulting women and children. I'll suck the farts out Putin's ass and start World War III before I release the unredacted files. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President DJT.
I'm Pam Bondi, and I approve this message.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime? That's a white woman, a white woman. A meth-faced bitch, and she gets sky high. That's a white woman, a white woman. Under oath, and she still gon' lie. That's a white woman, a white woman. Gave Donnie slobber topping just to keep her job. When it's all over, she won't even get a chance. That's a white woman, a white woman. A white woman. A white woman.
Hey guys, welcome to For the People podcast. I'm your host, Vision X, and this show is for the people, by the people, to bring power back to the people. I'm joined by our architect himself, Mr. Trey.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Well, good morning to me, but good afternoon to most of y'all.
And you guys, this may be a short day because I am actually leaving DC to head back home today. So maybe more of a shorter trip that we're going to have on today's ride, but it's going to be nonetheless entertaining. Nikki will be joining a little bit later, and there might be somebody else joining us as well as a special guest. Still waiting for them to confirm, but we're going to jump right into things. And before I do that, I want to say hi to the people. KS My Name, KK Flower, Lady 4G Forever, Hazel Lachey. Thank you guys for joining. And if you guys are on any other platforms, we got this question a lot. If you don't put a message in the inbox showing, like saying hello or whatever, we don't actually know that you're here. So that's the only way for us to check who's actually here. So we can just say hello to you guys, just, give you a shout out, etc. But other than that, just enjoy the show. So I think it was the NAAC Image Awards was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't watch award shows like I used to. And Michael B. Jordan and everybody, there was a lot that was going on. And so I want us to take a look at everything that happened. And these are just a few other images that happened throughout the NAACP. All right, so there's a lot that was said at the NAACP Awards. A lot of stuff. Very, very positive. It's good. This is the thing, and I stated this before. If Black people, if we ever band together, we will be one of the strongest forces on earth, or probably the strongest.
Unstoppable.
We create everything. I mean, all of our culture is picked on. All the music, the nightlife, the inventions, everything, revolves around us. Mm-hmm. But we're the most hated group on earth. And so, and the reason why this, they're making those speeches, we all know what happened at the BAFTA Awards, where it could have been edited out. It could have, they could have told the guy with Tourette's not to say stuff or do things like that, but they allowed him to do that the entire night. And what gets me about that is that was like to blame a mental illness or something that they did, or, a lone wolf, or they were mentally unstable. All these people can be mentally unstable when they're saying the same racist stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you're talking about, he was saying that the N-word, right? Or something.
Yes.
Just like.
And now this his Tourette's. I said, now when did these diseases start making you guys racist? Come on.
Right. So like there was something pumped into him prior to, mental illness does not make you a bad person, doesn't make you a mean person, doesn't make you a racist person, doesn't make you, it really doesn't create any type of personality flaws. So what came out of him was in there from his surroundings. Yeah. So these are things that are said by his family members. These are things that are said by his colleagues or people that are around him. So it's not just like something that just came out of thin air because of his Tourette's. I hate I hate this world at this point because like they really try to play in our faces. Like play in our faces. And it could have been edited out.
Mhm. That's the thing.
They've edited out like less like just like less messy things. And they didn't want to edit that out. That's crazy work.
That's what got me. And then it was I was reading an article. I think Warner Brothers. So it's all confusing because when you're doing these big productions, there's so many little production companies that's working on one project. So you might see it posted on ABC or BBC or whatever, but then there's just other companies that sponsoring it, are putting the money here, are bringing their artists here, etc.
Mhm.
And so Warner Brothers, I guess, spoke to the BAFTA and they told them, "Hey, can you please edit this out?" And they didn't edit they edited out the homosexual remarks. They ordered out the free Palestine remarks. So they got all that out of there, but they kept that in there. And that's why I be telling y'all, it be these, and these award shows are supposed to be like liberal. So I tell you, they are just as bad as the conservatives. I said all of them. I don't care how people feel about it. I don't mess with a lot of people anyways. That's just right there. But I would say 90% of people I just don't fuck with. And they're definitely the top of the list. Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey, hey, everybody. I'm here. I ain't leave you hanging. Y'all wasn't going to talk World War III without me.
Now,
Listen,
it's literally World War III happening right now. We were talking about the NAACP awards and how everybody kind of like stood up for Michael B. Jordan and Delroy. I keep forgetting Lindo.
Delroy Lindo.
I never got his last name. I just knew his first name. But it just goes to show you that if we stand together, we could really do something. I'm telling you, we need to have our own goddamn Wakanda. I keep telling everybody that we need our own shit. We need our own. Literally, because if you look at it, and I hate to say this, but look at everything that's going on now. All those people are white people. All at the top. Asanaki Jews, those are white people. Trump and the Republic, those are white people. What's going on in Russia? That's white people. What's going on in Australia? That's white. All across the globe. All across. It makes you think. It's just like, well, damn. And remember, I told you I had that conversation with my friend who was just trying to make us open our mind about what happened between the Jews and Hitler. And he was like, well, look at what happened. He says, if you start looking at everything, they said the Jews owned all the resources and the housing and the money and the banks, and they were the reason why they got them into World War I. And then you see what happened in Palestine. I'm like, I said, it seemed like, and I hate to say it seemed like the man was right. And you don't want to be like that, but then now they just attacked Iran and thought Iran was going to fight back. What kind of stupid shit is that? That is just dumb. And I'm gonna show you some videos in a minute, but it just gets me like, are you serious? So yeah, we were just opening up with that. Tony the Tiger is here. Hey Tony, Leo 40. Hey, nice to see you guys as well. Okay, so we are about to move on to our next segment. We are getting into a lot of stuff that's currently going on right now. I know that Iran has just been bombed by Israel. And not only have they been bombed by Israel, but Netanyahu's ass fled to Germany, of all places.
Also, y'all got to catch me up. He done flew. He left.
He fled to Germany, and all the other Jews have been fleeing the country too. I said, if that's your shit and you claim something, why are y'all fleeing your country? Y'all did all that genociding, and now you're gonna flee the country. That's why I kept telling y'all those motherfuckers was never from there. I kept saying it because ain't nobody just gonna I'm just gonna leave the country. You're not just gonna do that. They don't care because it wasn't their shit in the first place. That's why they're leaving. But his ass is in Germany. He landed, I think, early this morning, I believe. He got the hell up out of there. So we're gonna take a look at some videos. Let me know what you guys think.
This man wants us to fight his war for him, and then he fucking fled the country. He fled the fucking country, and guess where he ended up? In Berlin. Out of all the places. You cannot make this shit up. So just to recap, the US, our children are going to be putting their boots on, going to war. To back a fight we didn't want to be a part of. And the man with the plan, because our man only has concepts of a plan, couldn't even stay at home anymore because he's scared and fled. Y'all, especially MAGA, like, how are you okay with this? Trump dodged every opportunity that he had to go to war. Do you think his son is gonna put the boots on and go? Honest question. Thank you.
So I had to show all those videos. A lot of stuff going on.
A lot
of stuff. I have a string of other videos to show as well. But her and a few other people reported, and then everybody showed the flight plans, all the Israelis are leaving. All of them. And I'm just sitting here like, but I thought that was your promised land.
Right.
That don't make sense to me. Y'all sat there and genocide those people, and it's supposed to be your promised land, but y'all leaving? I kept, and we showed the videos of the other ones where they said, oh, I'm from Spain, I'm from Portugal, I'm from Ukraine. That's not the Middle East. That's not Northern Africa. So that y'all never had lineage to anything over there in that area. I don't know where those albino cave monkeys came from, but ever since they came from one of those caves, they've been fucking up everybody. And for him to just pack his shit and go, like, oh, well, he don't care. They're not from there. They don't give a shit.
The fact that he did this to distract from what he's done to girls, only for him to first bomb a school that kills 50 plus girls, the fucking irony is not lost on nobody. And this is not just a distraction from the files, this is a distraction from those tariffs, because he done spent that money.
Oh, yeah.
He has that money. He has no way to give it back to the American people. He's either giving that money to other people or he got it stashed away somewhere for himself. This is the great American grift. He has robbed the fucking country, and he is going to do a war and everything else. This is to distract from the Epstein files. This is to distract from the fact that he done stole money from America and don't have it. And it's a distraction trying to shut down these fucking midterms because he knows he has no other recourse, that they are not winning them fucking midterms. Mm-hmm. So all you people who said if Kamala Harris would have won, this is where we would be, fuck all y'all. I want every single one of y'all that think that, I want y'all on the motherfucking ground with the guns in your hand fighting this fucking war. If that's what you really think, y'all can do that shit. Did that lady in that video talking about some our children? I don't know who children she fucking talking about. But she ain't talking about mine. She ain't talking about yours. She talking about hers. But ain't no fucking we, bitch. We ain't French. I don't want to hear no we shit. I don't. Nah. This motherfucker is insane. To all of y'all Neville Kamala people, where the fuck y'all at now?
Listen. Oh my God.
Where y'all at now on this shit? This motherfucker literally said, basically on some Lord Farquhar shit, which trust and fucking believe, we got merch coming up for that shit. This motherfucker is insane. Shout out to Leo, because we got our first super chat of the day. So thank you, Leo, $10, appreciate it. He wants his Obama moment so bad.
So bad.
The whole dark suit, white shirt. He wants that photo to be recreated. The photo from when Obama got Bin Laden and they were in the war room. He wants that moment so bad. And
Mm-hmm.
everything he does is an epic fail. You are going to bring the country to unnecessary war because a black man is whooping your ass 24/7, 365 in your fucking dementia addled fucking brain. You white people, y'all better be front and motherfucking center. You gravy, you fat ass gravy seals, you motherfucking meal team 6 motherfuckers. Y'all better be out there with your Bud Light, your bologna, and your AK-47 ready to ride the fuck out to Israel, okay? That's where I want you hoes at.
Absolutely.
Cause ain't gonna be nah. You think some black children going there? Fuck y'all.
Hey,
Where Baron on the spectrum ass at? Where the fuck he at?
exactly. And we have our special guest, Dr. Nicole Simpson, that will be joining us. Hey, Dr. Nicole, how you doing?
Hey, good afternoon.
How you
Thank
doing
y'all
today?
so much for having me. I am great. Oh, Nikki, that picture was cute, girl.
Thank you.
There we go. Got it. Finally. So I met Nicole through actually Tony the Tiger. So we have a doctor, a part of our group, doctor. And, it's good to get another perspective because, it's always been Nikki, the lone wolf until, we had girls before, but now we have somebody else on here. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. J. Nicole. I am a therapist, a speaker, and I have a mental wellness practice, Evolve Therapy and Wellness, offering all sorts of services to individuals that really and truly want to transform their life. And we really need it right now because it's crazy in this world, as y'all are discussing before I got on. Just everything, all of this chaos that's happening, we can easily lose sight of ourselves and having something to anchor to because, this is a lot going on. And this is the type of stuff that makes people really lose their minds, literally, really, and truly. And there are so many awful and traumatic things that are happening that, I try to bring in some hope for people, different ways to look at things in where it's relevant, to add in a little twist, a little sprinkle of faith. It ain't churchy, but we love the Lord. And so we need that. We need that during times like this, especially with the events that have just happened.
Awesome. Well, it is so glad to have you on the show. We already went. I wish you were here earlier. We spoke about what the NAAC awards that happened recently. I know I was not paying attention this entire week. It was such a great time. So, but we discussed it earlier. We'll discuss it on another show as well. But it was good to see that Black people came together to support Michael Jordan and Delroy Lindo. That was good. But now we're talking about what's going on with the current war. We showed some of the video clips before.
I was watching.
And we're about to show you some other stuff. This is so you remember the main issue that's happening right now, and it's the whole thing that happened with Israel hitting that school in Iran. What they didn't know is that there was some American children that was in that school as well. They were learning Arabic and etc. So I want y'all to take a look at these videos right here because ever since this happened, Nikki, we said it. They're gonna hit them and they're gonna fuck around and find out. So let's take a look. And then this one gets a little deeper. Take a look and see what he's holding in his hand.
اگر رژیم صهیونیستی تو فکر کردی که با این جنایات میتونی ما رو از اسلام و دین و خدا و پیغمبرمان دور کنی کور خوندی صهیونیستی تو فکر کردی که با این جنایات میتونی
جنایت رژیم کودک کشت آمریکا. لعنت بر آمریکا، لعنت بر آمریکا، لعنت بر ترامپ.
این سند جنایت آمریکاست. این دانش آموز
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's some graphic stuff. And just so everybody's aware, we got student loans. They get free education under taxpayer dollars. Most expensive healthcare in the world, they get free healthcare under U.S. taxpayer dollars. Our homeless versus their homeless. Highest rates of depression, 6th happiest nation in the world. If I was sitting here bombing and fucking people up too, I'd be the happiest person on earth too. And get away with it and just take people's resources from them, I'd be the happiest person on earth as well. It was messed up. What bothers me is that when you see global conflicts that happen like this, it's always people who are innocent or that's not involved in it that's going to get involved because they have to, because you're going to be forced to. And what bothers me about this whole thing is that you had Netanyahu run his ass to Germany. That's a sign of a coward. You guys blew up Palestine. Said that's the promised land, something that was promised to you for 3,000 years ago. But when we talk about slavery, oh, that's so long ago, and that was only 400 years. You got to make it make sense there. Yeah. The other thing that bothers me about that is that you ain't gonna see Barron Trump signing up. You're not gonna see Ivanka. You're not gonna see none of his kids signing up. You're not gonna see none of those conservatives. They're gonna send your children. And what bothers me is when you come back as a veteran, we see how they treat our veterans. You know, especially under the current regime that we have. They're cutting their benefits, they're cutting the VAs, they're cutting everything. So you go there to fight for a country, you come back, you get treated like shit, and then your benefits get cut. And you fought for people to be able to be racist, to be able to, eat dinners at, Ruth Chris or whatever, but they don't get that opportunity. So what do you guys think of everything that's going on currently?
First, shout out to Hazel and T Cope for our new 2 super chat. So thank you very, very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I can't say we surprised at this point. It's not anything that's a surprise anymore. It's just I'm interested to see. Even at this point, MAGA, they still defending it, because how can you say you're trying to free Iran or whatever for them to go against their government while simultaneously stopping the people in America from going against you?
Yep.
Like, they don't. This is how reckless whiteness is. That they don't see anything past their whiteness. We just gonna make shit up as we go along because we're white and we're gonna do it. Guess what? Y'all can't enjoy white privilege when you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I want all of y'all to be the first ones out there fighting, because at this point, this is what you got to fight for, your right to be white. This is showtime now. This is listen, white people, it's your time to shine. Okay,
What's that
your
term?
time. Huh?
What's the term they say? America first. Okay, America first. Sign your ass
America
up.
First. Take y'all ass out there first. Since y'all think make America great again, take y'all ass out there and y'all fighting. Listen, with Iran, if you watching, tell niggas where to be at. We will crawl for them together. We go there, do whatever the hell you want. Tell us where to be and what time to be there. Y'all can have the white folks. That we ain't got nothing to do with that Mango Mussolini. We ain't got nothing to do with his bullshit, okay? Nothing at all. Kamala Harris told y'all what this was going to be. At this point, it's verbatim.
Yeah.
She literally laid the plan out for you, step by step, of what he was going to do. Oh, no new wars. I ended 8 wars, but you started World War III. Anything to get himself in the history books, no matter how bad it's going to be once he's in there. The country needs therapy. I don't know, Doc, you're going to have to get together and we're going to have to form the Avengers of motherfucking psychologists and psychiatrists. I don't know who's going to be Cap, who's going to be Iron Man, who's going to be who, but we need all the doctors to get together, because America is going to need therapy for I don't know how many years, a century, to get over what this man is doing. Also, B613, the real B613. Listen, I know y'all niggas are out there. Okay?
That part.
Scott, Jake, Huck,
Like,
Papa
Huck!
Pope. Listen, you niggas are out there for real. I know y'all out there. I don't know what they call you. They might not call you B613. But whoever y'all are, get the work.
They out there. You know, Olivia Pope was based on a real life fixer in DC.
Exactly. Get y'all ass out here. It's showtime. Listen, nigga, it's showtime. Get to work. Cause whatever season we on of America, got to end. Okay? This series finale for this bitch.
I
Wrap
don't
it
want
the
to
fuck
take
up.
it back. Just take this whole season back. Please.
This season is trash.
It's ghetto.
You know what we need? If I'm gonna tell you how I'm about to tell my age, I don't care. If y'all used to watch Dallas, y'all know the dream season. When Bobby came in that goddamn shower and Pam came in there and Bobby was in that shower. We need a dream season for America. All right, this is the dream season. Wake us the fuck up with something else, okay? Thank you.
And I love that you mentioned mental health, right? Because as I was like, wait a minute, let me make sure I understand who did what, right? And something that we have to realize is that intergenerational trauma is real. And the trauma of Israel, it goes back to the children of Israel, right? They were enslaved, and you have to really think about what that does to people. And we're how many centuries past that, you know what I mean? And if people don't do the work, right, and you have a lot of communities of people, they stay within themselves, and there's no in or out. It's a very closed culture. So then, how do some of those unhealthy and negative things get challenged and corrected so that they can be healthy? Because that trauma, it settles in your body, and you're giving that over to the other generations. They're learning these same types of behaviors, ways of being, thinking, doing, and knowing. And if it's never challenged or replaced with healthier thoughts, healthier behaviors, you're going to keep seeing these things happen. And there are a lot of things that are within in that closed system. You know, just like in our community, what happened in the house, don't nobody else need to know. We're going in this house, stay in this house, right? But that happens within cultures. But what happens if what's inside is toxic? If what's inside is unhealthy, right? That just keeps going and going and going. And then you see it outside in the world. But Israel been fighting forever, like really and truly. And you're absolutely right too about us needing therapy in this country, right? I tell people all the time, we are in a narcissistic, abusive relationship with our country, whether we know it or not. We're being gaslit all the time, being told that one thing is the truth when we see another thing like in our face, like what's being said and what's actually happening do not match. And so this is why you have to do your own research, do your own critical thinking. But protecting your peace is so essential during this time. Like you have to be anchored in something and knowing what you believe in, because we'll get through this, right? Like worse things have happened, but like that doesn't mean it's any less awful. And so you just really have to, where you can give yourself stability, because you know every day you turn this news on, you don't know what's going to be on there, but you can do what you can for yourself, for your own sanity. And if you have to limit what you intake, if all you watch for your news is for the people, that's okay too. But you know you're getting it too. But like you don't have to, because a lot of people are taking all of this in and they're becoming anxious, they're becoming depressed. Like the number of people that come see me in therapy that they're like, I don't know what to do, like all this is going on, I want to do something, and like their soul is unrested, you know what I mean? So we definitely have to take care of ourselves and focus on the parts that we can control while all of this madness is happening out here in the world.
Oh my God, you're so positive. Thank you.
That's my gift, and sometimes it's my curse. Listen, y'all do your thing. I respect what y'all do and y'all beliefs, but like we can be mad all day, but we still gotta take care of ourselves. And we need both, honestly, really and truly.
Amen.
Oh, your kid's so cute.
Jean Grey.
Thank you. Jean Grey, you want to be say hello, say hello to the people. You're like, okay, bye.
She's like, I had enough.
Go.
Thank you. And you know that's good things to say. And what we want to do is, I want to read some of the comments. Oh, Trey, you managed in the comments. Was there any comments to sit out that you want to read before I leave?
Really quickly. Leo 44 said, yeah, we broke as fuck. Shaking my head, America dream, huh? What? K as my name. They are sick. They know they didn't have to attack a school just going after vulnerable people. Very, very true. T Cope, Israel is a people, not a nation and country. And the people there now ain't the people, basically. And Hazel Lachey, that's so fucked up. But this is why these motherfuckers voted for this type of shit. It's just sad. But seriously, we are in such a crazy time right now. I just don't. I can imagine having my. Did you? He was holding an arm. He was
Yeah,
holding.
That's what that was?
that was an arm. That's a baby's arm. Right after attack, he just picked it up. And some of my friends that speak Arabic, they said they seen the whole report, and they said they was just trying to find children, and they were just parts everywhere. You can't even recognize what part goes to which child.
Right.
But we're supposed to sit here and defend. We're supposed to sit here and defend these people. They don't even want to fight for the stuff that they blew up. Let that sink in for a little. That's like somebody coming to your house, telling you get your ass out of your house, and you don't do nothing about it. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna let you just have my $300,000 house and just walk away. No, you're not. You're gonna fight for it. That's why I kept saying those people aren't from there. Everybody, you got to make it make sense. The first sign of trouble, they flee. I've never met a person that's going to flee their own apartment or their house, and they're paying rent there. I don't care how long it's been. If you're claiming something's yours, you ain't going nowhere.
That and you saw the video where it said this is how they're treating Christians. Okay, MAGA, y'all supposed to be the Christians. Y'all see how Israel is fighting Christians, but y'all are giving y'all money to the people that hate you.
Yep.
You can't have free education, all the stuff that not only because simply because you don't want black people to have it. That's it. That is it. That is the only reason why we are not a great nation that you claim us to be, because you don't even want to be able to go. You want to be able to go to the doctor for free. You want to be able to not have to pay all these bills, to live, to not have a homeless population, to be able to actually go to work, have a career, and not live to work. In America, we live to work. That is it. We spend more time at work than we spend at home. If you really and truly think about it, you spend more time as me being a 9-to-5 person my entire life. You spend more, you can spend easily 12 hours at work, even though it's supposed to be an 8-hour shift. By the time you get off, cook dinner, do whatever you need to do, you have enough time to sleep and go right back there all over again. It's and they trap us like that on purpose. They trap us like that. All these other countries have 3 to 4 day work weeks.
Siesta in the middle of the day.
Siesta in the middle of all of these things. And y'all would miss out on it because you don't want other people to have it. It was good for a while because you could afford. Racism has always been expensive. You crackers can't afford the price no more. That's the problem. You can't afford it anymore. It has always been expensive, but now white people can't afford it, and now it's a problem. Because now you know what it feels like to have to also do this, and the fact that you'd rather be poor than to share America's wealth with people that don't look like you. You'd rather give America's money to other people that don't even look like you. Just so black people can't have it. Let that sink in. You'd rather give money to Argentina, $40 billion, to people that don't even speak your motherfucking language. Sorry, Doc. But don't even speak your fucking language. And you got a problem because you don't want us to have it. I hope they burn all this shit down. And you white people got to build it the fuck up. And judging by your mediocrity, it's going to take you a real long time. At that point, niggas have been and had Wakanda. By the time y'all get the first house in the new America built, we'll already have fucking Wakanda.
Right. Well, y'all can have America. Like, we're ready to go.
We're ready to go. At this point, send the spaceship. I'll get in that motherfucker. Anything got to be better than where we at right now, okay? Send the spaceship, okay? Phone home. Because I am ready to pick up the goddamn call, okay? We could go. We could go.
And what I'm going to do is I am going to go into our next segment. Pretty much keep your hands to yourself / hey, black people ain't playing no more. So let's take a look at these videos and let me know what you think.
It's not playing, Chris.
Kim, both of you, Kim,
I'm gonna give you the count of three.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are you gonna do? Oh shit!
I told you to get off me.
He went to sleep.
I told you to get off me. Did you not hear me say get the fuck off me?
You got the elderly people out here scrapping.
Yeah, and this happened in the school right here. Take a look at this.
All I could think
Which one
was,
of you in
oh,
here were
sorry.
talking about me saying the word nigger? That you're gonna give me next.
She just said it again, y'all.
See? That right there.
She just said it again.
No, but why are you doing this?
Cause why are you saying that? Don't be saying that around me.
Which one of you in here while talking about me saying the word nigger?
And then I'm going to play this. Let's take a look at this.
A murder that is of particular interest to me was of a 17-year-old boy by the name of Jess Washington in Waco, Texas, in 1916. He was seriously mentally challenged. The wife of the farmer that he worked for was found dead. He was arrested. He was brought to trial. The trial took from 10 until 12. And when the jury came back at noon and found him guilty, someone in the courtroom, and it would have been anyone in the courtroom, screamed out, "Get that nigger." Then one of the worst and cruelest treatments of a human being began. Jess was kicked down out of the courthouse, down the back steps where a crowd of several hundred was waiting for him. They put a chain on his neck. There were 16,000 people crowding the street to watch this boy be tortured. Jess was tied to the chain over a branch of a tree. The fire was started. They raised Jess from the fire up into the air so that the crowd could see him. There were cheers, like at a football game, cheering the torturers on. When Jess tried to climb up the chains, hand by hand, they cut his fingers off one by one so that all he could do was slap at the chain. They lowered him back down in the fire. A man came up and castrated him. Another man kept a pole so that he couldn't crawl out of the fire. And time and again, they pulled him up to keep him from dying so that the crowd could be satisfied. Until he finally died.
And just to see how that's transitioned into what's currently going on right now, take a look.
Feel free to write on the wall. Then why would you do it? I can't erase it. Yeah, erase it. Have respect.
Show me the dumb child.
Dumb child.
Okay, why is she the dumb child?
Because she has black skin.
Show me the mean child. Why is he the mean child?
Because he's brown.
Show me the bad child. Why is he the bad child?
Because he's black.
Okay. Show me the ugly child. Why is he the ugly child?
Because he's brown, black.
Show me the child who has the skin color most children like. Show me the child who has the skin color most children don't like.
So this showed y'all all that, everything from like Jesse Washington, the whole thing that happened with him, to, that teacher, saying the N-word in class. I mean, and this is not the only video we see. We see this almost every day now since he's been in administration. To that child writing on the board. It's like I said it before, without racism, their entire genome has nothing going for it. They need it. They feed on it. Even when they go into the mental, remember the old folks home, remember we spoke about that. They go to the old folks home, they can't forget how to use the bathroom, they shit on themselves, they forgot how to read. They forgot who their kids are. They remember racism.
Mm-hmm. They hold on to that word nigga.
They remember the N word. So it's just like, I think that, and I stated this before, I just think Black people, we just need to separate from everybody else. I think we need our own shit. And if we can create a Wakanda shield, just how Wakanda had, and the rest of the world can just have at it. Y'all can tear each other's asses up, just leave us alone. What do y'all think?
Oh my God. The first video was the classroom, right?
No, the bar with the old
The
man was the
bar.
first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen. The fact that we got old people out here fighting in bars, that's kind of crazy. Like,
yes.
who has time for this? Why do they have this kind of time? Why aren't you enjoying yourself having a drink? Why do you have time to bother somebody else? Like, they have nothing else to do. We are on their minds 24/7. And then talk about that damn teacher. Again, what is happening with the parents? Like, ooh, I wish I was in that classroom. My whole family would have been up there and wore her out. Like, I'm done. I can't. And then the children, like, what is happening? What is going on? We are not in the Stone Age anymore. Like, I just want to know, like, what is the conversation that you are having with the little child that they have this kind of information? Like, what is the conversation for real? Like, do they literally sit them down in a classroom and draw on a whiteboard like, this is a Black person, you don't want to look like this, you don't want to sound like this, this is the bad child? Like, how are they just naturally thinking like this?
Mm-hmm.
It's in their DNA.
It's in their indoctrination.
Yeah. I don't care what anybody say. White American people are inherently racist, and it is in their DNA. It is in their structure. They have to work not to be that. You think about it. Whenever you self-declare something, the burden to then prove it is always on you. White people declare themselves superior. So the onus and the burden at the same time to prove that is always on them. How do you prove you're the superior or the coolest person? You have to always be the center of attention in order to feed off of that. If you tell people you cool, we know that means you're not, but they don't understand that. They're telling everybody they're superior. The burden of having to prove that constantly is on them. Their whole DNA structure is hatred. So they simultaneously, as much as they say they have Black fatigue, they need us to live. Because without us, there's no hatred. Without hatred, they don't exist. They can't exist outside of hatred. So if you were to end racism right now, white people would still destroy within themselves because of their superiority. One group of white people would have to take over the other faction. Somebody has to be on top till they wipe each other out. So without Black people, they can't help themselves because it's a symbiotic relationship. They need us in order to survive, but they created that by enslaving us. We didn't want that relationship. And as much as they say they don't want a relationship with us, they need a relationship with us because we don't search them out. They search us out. We're not in their algorithms. Hence us all creating Black Twitter, Black TikTok. Every platform, Black people carve out a section for ourselves, which tells you we're not going to find you because we're trying to have our own shit within that one thing. So social media, we got to carve out a Black space, and here y'all come to that Black space when the reason why we have that space is you told us to get out of your shit.
Yep.
Do it. They are the creators of exclusivity and hate to be excluded.
Yes.
They hate to be excluded because they want to be able to tell you where they can be and where you're racist against me. No, we don't have a whole structure, a societal structure where we can fight against you. That's something you created. You don't like racism, you created it. You created the very structure you don't like. Just like you niggas be complaining about women. Who created patriarchy? Not women. You're complaining about a system you created now that it's not working in your favor. So this is where we are. White people are gonna white people forever. I don't care, and this is why we don't trust them. It ain't all white people, but it's always white people.
And you know, Nikki, what you were saying about like they're saying they're superior, it's on them, to prove it, right? But this is how the narcissistic abuse of it works, right? Like they put the pressure on you. They spend their time manipulating, controlling you. That's why that teacher's in the classroom using the N word, planting seeds, trying to get emotional reactions out of the old man at the bar. He It's too much. But this is what they do. They push it on you. If they can get in your head and say things to you and you believe it, then you've done the work for them. Essentially is what it boils down to. And so that's how a lot of that works. That's why they spend so much time. They can't leave us alone because they know we will thrive. And then they also know, or at least they're afraid that they're gonna have to pay for it, that we're gonna come back and we're gonna get them for everything they did, right? So there is also that fear. So they can never leave us alone because they know what they've done. They know what they've done. I ain't gonna even go into details, right? Like they know what they've done. And so we've seen this time and again in history where we do go get our own and we thrive. And what happened?
They come and try to burn it the fuck
They
down.
can't stand to see us with joy and they come burn it down. They come do something else. They will never leave us alone because at the end of the day, you add black to it, it's hard to unblack a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to unblack something.
That
and
part.
and they lit I'm trying not to overgeneralize, but like when you're living from a place where you're so externally focused and you covet and you envy and you think you're the only one or there's not enough for you, you're always going to have a problem. And those are the people who really need to sit down and do their inner work, but it's too hard to do the inner work. And so they'd rather just go do something like that awful thing that they did to Jess Washington. And when you just think about that, the type of evilness, the wickedness that's there, to sit and watch this another human being, this man is just trying to survive, and all these people are there and they just looking like they're really feeding off of this. It's terrible. It's awful. Like, and it really speaks to how hate is indoctrinated. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're taught this, so they don't need a classroom tray. You know why? Because they're saying it every day. These are the things that they're saying, watching their parents excuse me, they're hearing their parents say all these things. So it doesn't have to be explicitly said as much as the comments that are being said when they see dark skinned people, what they say. Like people are doing this without doing it, but then you got parents who outright say, no, you don't do this because they are blah, 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 blah. And then that even works its way over into our African diaspora. When immigrants come over to the US and the just views that they have of black people. And it's some of that same type of hate. And it's really unfortunate and that they have to really work on unlearning. But when you got to unlearn something that you've learned from people that you love so much, some people would rather stick with that thing that they know is wrong than to disconnect themselves from community. They will belong just to belong. And I don't know if any of y'all have watched now y'all don't yell at me. One of my students suggested that I watch this. That movie on JD Vance, Hillbilly Elegy or Elegy, whatever it's called. Y'all watch it at all? Okay.
I wanted to
know,
see
but
it.
said
I
I'm gonna
wanted
watch
to
it from
see it,
the
and then I
mental
was like,
health
ugh.
lens.
But I did want to see it. Yes.
So I watched it from the mental health lens and just looking at the interactions and the way they depicted it, how JD's family is just like that, how the hate is indoctrinated, the way that he was abused within his family and kept enduring the abuse to be in family and in community. I said, oh, that's why all of this is going on and he's not saying anything. He's used to this type of narcissistic abuse. And it just makes sense, but that's also built in. And like if you watch how they operate with each other, they manipulate each other all the time. They just come together when it's other groups.
Absolutely. And what I want to do is we're going to go into relationships. This white guy, first I'm going to show the Korean video, and then this white guy was sitting here explaining to black women
that one.
about getting a white man. So let's take a look at these videos and let me know what you think. We will be right back.
Yo, someone DM'd me and said, go back to your shithole country. And I thought, you mean South Korea. The nation that went from one of the poorest on earth in the 60s to a top 15 global economy in less than 60 years. With no oil, no natural resources, never colonized anybody, just education, 99% literacy, universal healthcare, still technically at war, yet safer from gun violence than most American suburbs. That shithole, where their president tried to declare martial law to stay in power, got impeached, arrested, and just sentenced to life in prison for insurrection. While in America, we're still having that debate, that shithole, where Samsung and LG built the screen you might be reading this on, or maybe you thought I'm from Taiwan, home of TSMC, the company that makes the chips inside your phone. Just know you sent this DM on their technology. Think about that. Your shoes probably say made in China. But I digress. Yo, France didn't get rich off just fashion. It still eats off former African colonies. Britain didn't industrialize off the good manners of the Queen. Her Majesty has good manners because her subjects were busy colonizing every time zone on the planet. The US didn't become affluent without enslaved labor, without land taken from native tribes, without immigrant rail workers. The so-called shithole countries fuel the United States, a country built on the idea that people from everywhere show up, build, argue, and belong. Of course with flaws, because every country has issues. Korea has immense societal pressure, low birth rates, high suicide rates. But saying shithole country is lazy. And lazy thinking is what actually collapses nations. Not immigration, not diversity. So I'll keep voting and paying taxes as a US citizen while continuing to visit the countries you're calling a shithole. Because real strength isn't pretending one place is perfect. It's understanding how connected all of them are. Alright?
I actually like that video. And then we go into this video. Take a look.
Ladies, this one is for you. So we have thousands of you in our inbox and you're all looking for white men. Well, I'm going to tell you, don't date a white man just for status. A white man is not going to change your life. We are just the same as a black guy. A white man can be broke. A white guy can cheat. A white man can have a wife and pretend he is not married so he can have another girlfriend. So we are exactly the same as the black race. So please do not come in my inbox saying you just want a white guy because you think your life will change just by dating this white guy. It won't. A lot of white guys are broke. A lot of white guys are cheaters. So this is what I've come on here to say today to you ladies especially, because a lot of you are in our inbox and your life will not change just by dating a white guy.
So I'm gonna read some of the comments. Somebody says no one is in his inbox asking to date him. Another person says, yeah, but black women sure is going to change yours. Another person says, please show us your inbox. And then this was spoke about as well. Let's take a look.
Quasimodo, I could respect you for being polite, and I think that the black female collective won't have a problem with me speaking on their behalf. But you ain't the type of white man that we be thinking about when we be talking about a change in our life, okay? You ain't the kind. We talk about the kind that look like Dustin Hoffman. We talk about the kind that look like Kirk Douglas. Y'all drop down in the chat and tell me what other type of white men we be looking for when we be wanting a white boy to change our life. We not looking for the hunchback of Notre Dame. We damn sure ain't looking for one with no Irish accent. Girl, we heard about the big potato famine back in 1433. We don't want no broke Irish men with no tattoos right here who are humpback eye. You ain't the type of white man we looking for. We looking for Doug Clooney. Who else we looking for? Leonardo DiCaprio. We looking for Jeff Goldblum. We looking for Channing Tatum. We looking for Thor. We looking for Brad Pitt. We looking for Bruce Willis. We looking for Andy Cohen. Baby, we black. We not crossing racial lines to be in oppression and depression, okay? When we step out with our white man, we stepping out with Robin Thicke. We don't want you. We want Matthew McConaughey. We want somebody who gonna change our life and show us different experiences, okay? You got to be rich in order to know about this. Them the kind of white men we want. We don't want them, baby. We want Eve husband. We want that big ugly man Mariah Carey had, baby. We ain't checking for you. Somebody said, baby, we want President Fitzgerald Grant and do. Ladies, am I right or am I right? Quasimodo.
So we have two ladies here. What do y'all think about what he said?
Go ahead, Nikki. I just been where I already knew you was go ahead, just go ahead.
Listen to it. Or Tico said it best. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Like he's like, I get you was trying to be respectful, but sir, I guarantee you, not nary a sister was in them DMs. And if she did, I mean, imagine what I'm gonna take Porky Pig to the Piggly Wick. Don't listen. Now I know this is fat on, listen. Wait, first of all, this is fat on fat crime because I can do this. This is fat on fat crime, sir. No, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do. Now I get what he's saying. Let's not take away from what he's saying. Don't think that just because they white, it's gonna be all right. Don't think you go on the white side of town and your credit score gonna change. No, no, that they did. I appreciate the message, but the messenger was fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say. I appreciate the message, but not from that messenger because ain't no way in the world. Keisha, listen, Keisha, wherever you at, if you're watching this video, I don't know what you did to him. I don't know if you took him to a C4 board, changed his life, and I don't know what happened. But call him up, okay? Call him back. He is upset. He just wants you to know. I don't know. A black woman could change your life. But best believe, I agree with Funky Dineva. When we go white, for the most part, we tend to elevate. Versus some black men, when y'all go get you some white women, it's like, that's what you. Oh, it's tax time. Like
Oh
you
my
can
God.
look at a couple. Listen, you can look at you can look at an interracial couple and know when it's tax season and when it's like real love. Like you can look at some interracial couples and know this nigga need a place to live. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. It's cold outside. We
Oh
know.
my God.
Versus when it's like it's true love. Because when I don't care when black women go out of our race, it's something in us like, okay, now if you're gonna go outside, don't get no trash. That's what we thinking about. Cause we like this, we like, nah, we can't step out with no, we can't, if we gonna go outside, we got to go outside.
Right.
Versus most black men, that's what you did.
Whoever
Oh,
walked by.
you got the white woman. The white black man will go get the white woman that white men don't want. That's what be fucking me up. Y'all going to get the bitch they want. Don't throw it in my face. But if a white man didn't want her, how the fuck I'm gonna get upset? Nah, no.
Now
No.
Chico said these brothers be fishing for dumpster juice. No, see that is weird
It
because
really does.
you will see some black men that they get that bad bitch white girl. But then you see some, they're just like, what are you?
But the bad bitch white girl look like who though?
A black girl because she's had the
Okay.
surge. She's
There
been
you
snatched and pulled. She got them titties. She got them hips. She got the
Yes.
BBL.
Yes, you got to go get you a builder block bitch. That's what you got to go and get you. You got to go get you a builder body bitch. That's what you got to go do. You got to go get a builder body bitch. You can't just go when you get the white girl. You got the builder like the black girl. That's versus y'all be out here. Listen, I see it all the time. I see it too much. I know when a nigga is fucking for a PS5. I know. I know. I know. You could tell. You
Nikki,
absolutely
you need sound
tell.
effects. You need sound effects.
She got so many hot takes, baby.
I'm telling you, y'all just need to give Nikki a sound, like, or hit a bell. Ding! Where my bell at, Nikki? I got you every time. This gonna be me.
Trey usually had the effects, but he on vacation today.
Okay, but I agree with you, Nikki. Ain't nobody looking for that man. But also, I'm thinking about what he's actually saying. I was like, is he playing the manipulation thing, thinking that he can say that it's the same, or is he just speaking from struggle, like really and truly? Because based on his presentation,
that's yeah.
He
Because
right.
Brad Pitt
They
wouldn't have
broke
said that.
too. They like he did not represent any of the things that we would want. And like Funky Dineva was going down the list. I say, yep, him too. But yeah, nobody was checking for him, and I think I saw it on your page, so I was cracking up when I saw it earlier in the week. But the other video, I like how the guy from South Korea, like, he showed it. He letting them talk they talk, but then the educating people. Y'all know I'm a nerd, obviously, right? So I appreciated that to show the juxtaposition, but that also speaks to how they say the thing and then what's in reality doesn't, and so many people get stuck on what's said, and then they, because of the brainwashing, indoctrination, whatever you want to call it, they're not going to let it go. But y'all are going to these countries, y'all are always going and not minding your own business, and then you don't like when anybody else looks happy or are thriving. But like, it's the biggest like mind game ever that this country really and truly plays with the world, really, because you see it, we see it. People are thriving everywhere. It's not, they're not s-hole countries, but that's what you want other people to think. So then when you go in and you do something, well, it was just the s-hole country anyway. It's a way to like take away the value, so it's not so bad when you go over there and you appropriate.
Exactly.
And Trey, was there any comments to read?
Let me see here.
Or I can come back because we're on a short time frame, so it'll be good.
Wait, before you move on, I want to talk about that white guy that was talking in that video before. Like, there was so much coded shit that he was saying. Do you understand that he was like, white men cheat too, white men are broke too? Why is that what you're comparing a white man to? And why is that so all black men are broke?
That's
all
good.
black cheaters are like, did y'all miss that?
I heard Annie said another girlfriend, so I said, oh, so you got more than one?
Up here he do. She in Canada.
We just gotta see the DMs. We gotta see his DMs and see if it's really happening or not. That's the thing, because they will imagine shit. And this is our last video today. This is just something that on the show we did a poll, and I say this all the time, but Black people want to talk about some more Black issues, and so I want to show you a few videos. One is going to be heartbreaking to watch, but let's take a look at these videos and let me know what you think. We will be right back.
Video of that army sergeant beating his girlfriend's 3-year-old son like he was a grown man and a stranger on the streets. Man's name is Paul Thames and he's 29 years old. That video had me beyond pissed, y'all. Like, I can't even explain how I felt watching it. Like I always say, everybody thought that it was a normal day. Paul and his girlfriend were dating for a little while. Things started to get serious, so Paul ended up moving in with his girlfriend and her 3-year-old son. Paul's girlfriend works from home. One night when she was literally in the middle of working, I'm not sure what made Paul get upset and feel like he was justified in doing this. He literally took her 3-year-old son outside so she couldn't hear her son's cry. He was literally punching him in his back like he was a grown man and a stranger in the street. Like, he was literally fighting this 3-year-old. Of course, the 3-year-old is innocent and defenseless and not swinging back. The 3-year-old boy looked confused and scared, and he was in pain. He was literally crying. Then he picked the 3-year-old boy up off the ground by the back of his neck and covered his mouth so nobody could hear him cry. This was all captured on the neighbor's Ring doorbell camera. They felt like it was excessive force, so they turned the footage into the police. That's how the mom found out. He then took her son outside so he could do whatever. Treat him however, because if you thought that what you did was okay, why you didn't do it in the house while the mom was around? He then took that boy outside, traumatized him, and then went back inside the house as if nothing happened. This is one of those times that being a nosy neighbor is justified. I'm so glad that they turned that in, because he would have.
In a recent in the comments, somebody says, make your children your priority. Don't bring men into your home. Another person says, do be careful who you have around your kids. They don't love them like you do. And somebody says, stop bringing people around your kids. And I definitely agree with that. And then show this right here. Since the election's coming up, you still got these Black Trumpers. They can't even get in the door, but they allow all the white ones in. I don't understand what's mentally, it's like a Sambo coon thing that's going on mentally with them, but something's wrong with a few of these Black people that's still doing that. It is not a good look. And then last, I wanted to show this. This has been making its rounds, and let's take a look. Now, why that's playing, I don't understand this initiation stuff they be doing in these fraternities and sororities, it just looks silly. It was already recently somebody had one of the kids had died, and there was a few other things that's been happening at these sororities and stuff and fraternities. I mean, the stuff just gets goofy after a while. You know what I mean? And I think Black people, we gotta, we also have a lot of work that we have to do as well. We talk about other cultures, but like right there, why do I have to be hugged up against somebody grinding all on you just to get initiated to something? You know what I mean? And what's funny is that when I was in Atlanta, when you would see a lot of the fraternity people that would be there, it was, they said, oh, it's a brotherhood. You're going to get in, you're going to do this and do that. But then they could not help them get jobs. They could not help them advance their career. But they were at all the parties talking about, yeah, you need to go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and do a train on that. That's all they talked about. There was no, how can I get into this master's degree program? How can I get into this hospital to work as one of their head doctors? None of that. It was always about something sexual, something sexual, something sexual. And that's all from a lot of the frat guys. So what do you think of these videos?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll chime in, being a member of Divine Nine organization. Some people come to the fraternities and the sororities for identity. They don't have anything going on. Some people, they want the recognition, they want the attention, they want the sex, they want the social aspect that comes from it. And some people, they barely have the GPA, they scrape it into the organization. And so it really, I think it depends on the individual and what their intentions and what their motives are for it. And you're absolutely right. I've seen that with people, but I've also been able to tap into my network. I did not know a person. I had just crossed Delta. I went to a step show in Chicago. I knew I was coming out to DC, and I was like, I met a soror there, and I was like, hey, I'm going to DC. She gave me phone numbers for 3 different sorors. And then when I called, because back then we wasn't texting that heavy yet. So I called, soror came and picked me up. She took me out, like she took care of me. So I think it's what a person is doing and what they want to do. Because there's a lot of people out here being real raggedy and crazy things that are happening. I'm assuming y'all saw that podcast this week too, where the girl is talking about Delta being a cult and organizations being like a cult. And I'm like, girl, sister, girl, you're going way too far. But some people, though, it does become this, like what you're saying, the silliness and different things like that. And people really are just doing different things to hurt people. But like, it's really and truly up to the individual. There's some things that I don't understand that I see in other organizations. I know what my org does, right? Like, we are family, but not everyone. But there are a lot of things that people do that don't make sense. And it's awful when you see the people that are getting hurt and people dying. And you get people that get a little bit of power and they do the absolute most. And it is disgusting. It really is. And it's heartbreaking for the family and the people that experience it.
So it's not so all the fraternities don't have like those practices, is what you're saying, right?
No, so what y'all were seeing right there, that looks like the presentation of new initiates, like people, they're being revealed to the world. And so the way that they're locked up like that, you know what I mean?
Line brothers.
Yeah, they're line brothers. And so like that's part of like some of the practices, how you see people really close together, scrunched up, and then like part of it is for the formation. Now that one, they just look like they was just like slow dancing, but
they didn't look right.
I was waiting on the shimmy to hit. I was waiting for the shimmy to drop. But it's a lot of foolishness that happens. I can't lie. And there's a lot of amazing things that you're not going to hear about either, because people are not talking about that.
Yeah.
And
that ain't going viral.
Because I feel like when it comes to like fraternities and sororities, it really just depends on like the college and like where it's based. Like, there's different chapters. Like the Omega Psi Phi in Pennsylvania is not going to be the same as Omega Psi Phi in California. Like it's because whoever's running that chapter in that area is really kind of the person that determines like how you're being initiated in. They kind of determine like how things move, but then also as individuals, you do determine what things you participate in and what resources that you pick out for yourself. So it's really just a choice. It's a choice thing.
Yeah, I love what you said, because people can be very chapter centric and not honor the national values of the organization, and then do what they want, because who's gonna tell?
Right.
Absolutely. Trey, was there any things you want to read off the before I
Oh,
go up?
shout out to Germany. He just gave us a Venmo, so thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Germany. And Germany, we have not forgot. I'm heading back to LA, so we will play the game tomorrow. So we will start up that game where you get the coach bag and $100 if you win both of the games. Okay, so we will be having that there. Anything else you want to read before we close out the show?
Yeah, so a couple of comments that came in the earlier videos from like Sunshine. She said they stay screaming they don't see color. Speaking about white people, like they always talk about they don't see color, yet their children can write nigga. Then Tico said white women are not victims. They birth racists, nurse them, raise them, and they are co-conspirators. Very, very true. They can't my name. Okay, they run to our spaces, and they start stuff, and then come to be in our business. They always in our business. When black people, we start our own things. We're fine. We're away from y'all. You said you didn't want us with y'all stuff. We started our way over here, and y'all try to burn it down. Leo 44, and we get a little piece of our own. Yep, and here they come. Look, trying to be all in our business. And then Kaz, my name talking about the where the Korean guy was speaking. We're a shithole country run by trashy, illiterate people, voted in by ignorant people. Like George Carlin said, garbage in, garbage out.
All right. And so now we're going to go into our closing videos. We talk about a lot of heavy topics. So let's go ahead and look at the first one. I thought this was pretty dope. This happened in China. This was a Chinese CEO. He spread 26 million in cash across 800 tables and let 7,000 employees take. Gotta turn it off because you know how they be. You using our sound. We want something from the video. But I think this is really dope is how they're doing that, because companies need to get back, especially the American companies. I mean, they've taken away a lot from American people while people out here starving. And
Look
then,
how calm they were, though. Here,
Right,
that would have
they
never
were like,
happened.
and then here's another one. A girl, she was awarded a scholarship. Let's take a look.
I have a very special announcement. Our school has again made history on the college acceptance front. We have our first scholar to get accepted to an Ivy League
That was beautiful. And then this is at the zoo. To take a look.
What's your list? I still got questions about what goes on inside your head.
That's gonna look like if you don't sit your ass down. And then here's another one. This had me hollering.
Now, do you understand me? Should I keep going? The next time I get a call from that teacher, or your dad get a call from that teacher, I'm gonna bring you home and I'm gonna spank your butt with a belt. And I'm gonna do it on the weekend so you can heal by Monday. Do you understand me? You are a big girl. You too pretty and you too smart to be doing this. Hold it out again, because I feel some type of way.
Are you okay?
Yes.
You have to ask them. Shit, you said you're gonna be healing over the weekend. That's too funny.
That baby is not okay. I'm a mandated reporter, y'all.
And just so we ended Black History Month, but I know that Black history is every day for us. This is all the possible people that's in politics. Ketanji Jackson, Kamala Harris, etc. Latita James. In sports, we're dominating that as well. In cinema, in 2019, Ruth Lee Carter became the first African American to win an Oscar for Best Costume Design, so that was awesome. Jordan Peele, he won Best Original Screenplay for Get Out. In music, we got all of our inductees, or people that's on top, from Rihanna to Beyonce to Kendrick. In fashion, we're doing that as well. I mean, we dominate almost everything, you guys. So big shout out to all of us. We want to make everything positive here and end the show. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. I know this is a shorter show today. I have to get running to the airport soon. Nikki, where can they find you at anything upcoming?
Working on FTP merch, so I'm gonna be working heavy on that this week and getting some things sorted out. In the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at bitch_happens. The backup is bitch_happens 2.0. And then you can visit the FTP store, which is ftp-store.printify.me. We have some new Pam Bondi merch. Don't accuse me of committing a crime while I'm committing a crime. So we have sweatshirts, shirts, cups, and mugs. And we'll have some other merch coming soon, comply or die. The WEI, so that was white entitled. And what was it, Chris? You said WEI, you said white entitled
Incompetent.
incompetent. Yes, so we got WEI merch coming out. So we working on some things. So I'm definitely working on the store. The store is my priority this week. So we're gonna definitely have some new merch up for you guys.
Awesome. And Trey, where can they find you at? Anything upcoming?
You can find me at Trey Rich Live on Instagram, and then you can follow my music, Trey Rich. I have Black Boy Joy out now, but then I have so many other songs that will be coming out representing our people.
Awesome. And then this doc, what the hell is this? 1 second, sorry. Like all these things are Miss Dr. Nicole Simpson. What
Yes.
anything upcoming?
Yeah, so you can check out my podcast. It comes on every Tuesday. Rise and Thrive with Dr. J. Nicole. It's on YouTube, all the major streaming platforms, and on socials. You can follow me at the THEE dot or period DR period J Nicole. On TikTok, it's Evolve with Dr. J. Nicole.
Awesome. And what we'll do next time for next shows is as you guys are going through that, I'll go ahead and as you're speaking, I'll copy and put it in here and to our chat feature so that way everybody can just go and click on it directly. Most of our stuff is in our link tree, Ms. Simpson. So with that, they can just go to Linktree and they can just find the stuff. But as you are like a rotating guest on here, we're gonna have to add yours in the chat. So that way they can go and see you. But good job, everybody. I thank you guys so much for being here. Again, like, share, subscribe is really important, especially for all our videos, especially on YouTube, because they recommend it. And that way we can get more of our video and our content out there. So thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing for all of our platforms. Other than that, we will see you next time. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Fresh off the pole, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT. Seat at the table, as an equal you'll never be. Came to this country off the civil rights side. Get your money up, then stab us in the back. You hate us, but you need us. Gotta make it make sense. When it comes to the whites, y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents.
I said what I said, lo dije y que I meant what I said, lo sostendré. I don't give a fuck how you feel, no me importa cómo te sientas. If you voted for Trump, rest in peace, paz en paz.
FTP Podcast has partnered with Savage X Fenty. New members get up to 60% off site-wide with Savage X Rewards. Exclusive pricing and discounts on Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin. Access this special offer via our link tree at linktr.ee/FTP Podcast Show. Savage X Fenty, delivered by FTP.
Silk Press Jesus has returned. He's white, historically rebranded, and grinder approved for Christian comfort. Don't miss your blessing. Order now.
Get on out, get out, get on out. Can't stay on the scene unless you got that green. Whoa! Get out, get on out, get out, get on out. Ice is on that ass, you don't get a fourth chance. Whoa! Get out, get on out, whoa, get out. I didn't vote black, got that ass in back.